What you're seeing is not a scene from a movie, but the real aftermath of an explosion at the chemical company in Gaomi, Shandong province. According to the Beijing News, the blast happened around noon on May 27th at Shandong Gaomi Yudao Chemical. Videos captured a strong shockwave that shattered windows at nearby shops and school buildings.
Look at this, it's really serious. The whole factory is destroyed. This looks like a chemical plant. I guess a lot of people inside didn't make it. Look, it's really scary. Even the fire trucks are staying well back. It's all chemicals in there, toxic stuff. The smoke is poisonous. There's red and yellow smoke. That's toxic. It's even on fire. Oh man, I was lying at home and that bang scared me. I thought my building was going to collapse. It's terrifying. I'm leaving. I don't want to look anymore. This is toxic smoke. Don't get poisoned. Let's go right now.
Just a few hours ago, my two daughters were sleeping right here. Oh, that's so scary. Luckily, we weren't in this room then.
All the glass is gone. Look at this room. Oh man, and down this way, look inside. It's even worse in there.
It's not just the glass. The door handles here is broken and the roof is damaged too.
The whole place blew up. All gone in one blast. This is a Nampi chemical plant. Half of it was wrapped up early this morning and then just blew apart. Good thing the guys got out fast.
Residential window frames in the neighborhood closest to the blast were twisted out of shape. Videos widely shared from local residents in Baichen town, Gaomi, show the shockwave toppling the factory's perimeter wall within 0.3 seconds. A merchant several kilometers from the site said he was inside his store when the explosion suddenly happened, catching him completely off guard. Surrounding shops suffered varying degrees of damage. He described his losses as all the glass windows on the second and third floors being shattered. The moment was deeply shocking to him. Another shop owner near the site confirmed this. She said the area was immediately sealed off after the explosion. Though about 3 kilometers from the blast, she said the sound was very loud and windows facing the explosion were broken. She also noted a power outage apparently caused by a snapped high-voltage line. Photos shared online show glass shattered and windows frames deformed in homes near the Yudao chemical plant in Gaomi. Some cars nearby had their entire front windshield blown off. A nearby shop owner said residents in communities near the chemical plant were being evacuated away from the blast area. The explosion shattered glass in school buildings nearby, leading to a temporary closure. Some students suffered cuts from broken glass. The area around the blast site remained filled with a pungent smell after the explosion. One shop owner said, "Glass is shattered in nearby buildings. I kept my mask on because the smell was very strong." Another local hardware store owner posted on social media, "We sleep every day smelling that sharp odor. Today we finally fear for our lives." A villager named Liu Yuan, living about 4 to 5 kilometers south of the plant, recalled to reporters that she was having lunch at home when the explosion happened. She saw thick smoke and a pungent gas rapidly spreading northward with the wind. She said her location was safe due to the wind direction, but residents to the north had already put on masks to protect themselves. Liu Yuan said she expects the lockdown will not be lifted soon and may last a long time. She also revealed that the police were heavily guarding several key intersections, stopping anyone trying to film the scene. Some people caught filming were reportedly detained. Reporters from Gaomi People's Hospital and Gaomi Municipal Hospital said both facilities have treated multiple injured from the incident. According to official local reports, by 7:25 p.m., the explosion had caused 5 deaths, 6 people missing, and 19 with minor injuries. The company's official website states that Shandong Yudao Chemical is a subsidiary of Haomai Group. It is located in Renhe Chemical Park, Baichen Town, Gaomi City, covering 47 hectares and employing over 300 people. The explosion caused direct damage to surrounding communities and also affected the stock price of Haomai Technology, a listed company under Haomai Group, which dropped nearly 4% on the afternoon of May 27th. The ripple effect of this accident goes beyond local losses. According to the company, it mainly produces low-toxicity pesticides and pharmaceutical chemicals. However, the severity of the explosion and chemical leak has cast doubt on the low-toxicity claim. An online investigation found the chemical plant mainly produces insecticides, including chlorantraniliprole active ingredients. Chlorantraniliprole itself has relatively low toxicity, but intermediates in its synthesis, such as pyridine and aniline compounds, are often carcinogenic and even neurotoxic. The burning pollutants at the scene could also cause acute poisoning. Following the explosion, some notable phenomena appeared online. For example, official CCP media promptly reported on rescue progress but were vague on the cause and casualty details. Discussions of the explosion on social media were strictly controlled, with many posts deleted. Weibo-scope, a project monitoring sensitive Weibo post, recorded the hashtag Gaomi chemical factory explosion, dropping sharply from third on the trending list on the afternoon of May 27th. More than 120 related posts were marked as deleted or unavailable due to violations. Meanwhile, before 12:30 p.m. on May 27th, searching Gaomi explosion on Weibo still showed dozens of eyewitnesses and posts calling for help from those injured. By around 2 p.m., only official announcement and some debunking posts remained. Ordinary users' discussions largely disappeared, replaced by notices stating content has been deleted or is unavailable due to national laws and regulations. An anonymous user shared screenshots on a Telegram channel comparing Weibo trending topics at 11:50 a.m. and 1:15 p.m. The Gaomi explosion topic was among the top 3 at 11:50 but disappeared from the top 50 by 1:15. Clicking the topic led to a page stating sorry, content is unavailable due to relevant laws or platform policies. Several users searching Gaomi chemical factory explosion encountered a block page citing relevant laws and policies rather than the usual no results page. This indicates that the platform actively censored the keyword. Official reports were brief, prompting a proliferation of unified rumors on Weibo and WeChat. Some claimed death caused by chemical leaks, others reported higher missing numbers, and some alleged official business collusion behind the factory management. A villager using the pseudonym Menjie, living about 4 to 5 kilometers from the blast, said it was fortunate the explosion happened at noon when many workers were at lunch. He believes more people would have died if it occurred during working hours. He also suggested that the official figures of 5 deaths, 6 missing, and 19 injured were understated, and that the true numbers have been concealed. Miss Lan, a resident of Shandong, told reporters that the number of injured in the incident is considerable. The site is located within a combined industrial park hosting both textile and chemical factories, which should be under stricter safety supervision. She said regulatory authorities bear undeniable responsibility. Miss Lan also pointed out that aside from the weak corporate safety awareness, outdated wiring in the park that was not updated in time is another potential cause of the accident. She expressed doubts about the official casualty figures, suggesting that given the blast radius and the extent of the smoke, the claim of 5 deaths may not tell the full story and they could be under-reporting. Some have noted that chemical plant explosions carry many uncertainties and fears. When official information is limited, doubts about the true numbers arises. Is it really 5 dead, 19 injured, or are there more casualties? Additionally, many deleted posts contained straightforward eyewitnesses' accounts and pleas from victims' families. When these voices are silenced, public access to the most accurate scenes is cut off, fostering skepticism about every official update. Mr. Long, a Shandong resident, said ordinary citizens have lost all trust in the government. He criticized that amidst power imbalances, regulation is largely ineffective. Under the Communist Party's just get by day governance style, relevant departments lack accountability and are merely waiting for collapse. This widespread distrust reflects strong dissatisfaction with safety management and information transparency. Reports indicate this is not China's first chemical plant explosion. On April 18, 2024, a blast at a chemical factory in Ningxia caused 2 deaths and 4 injuries, also linked to lax safety measures. On May 1st, 2023, an explosion and fire at Luxi hydrogen peroxide new materials technology in Liaocheng, Shandong produced a loud blast heard 5 kilometers away from shockwaves and spreading smoke, resulting in 10 deaths and 1 injury. Earlier, on March 21st, 2019, an explosion at Tianjiayi Chemical in Xiangshui, Jiangsu led to 78 deaths and 617 injuries. Observers note a common pattern. Before each accident, companies and local officials ignored safety risks. For example, Ruihai Logistics faced repeated reports for illegal chemical storage before the Tianjin port blast but took no action. Residents' complaints about toxic emissions were ignored before the Xiangshui explosion. The question remains whether Gaomi Yudao chemical blast follows the same pattern. Residents' angry posts on social media, such as "We sleep every day smelling that pungent odor," hint at long-standing safety issues. Why were these hazards never properly addressed? Why did residents' complaints go unheard? The answer may lie in deeper systemic problems. To understand the cause of the Gaomi explosion, one must confront persistent safety management problems in China's chemical industry. The direct trigger is weak corporate safety awareness. Youdao Chemical claims to produce low-toxicity pesticides, but the yellow smoke and white gas leaks at the scene suggest involvement of highly hazardous substances. Whether storage and handling of dangerous chemicals compiled with regulations, or if there were overstocking or violations, remain unclear pending investigation. However, past cases show such accidents often result from profit-driven negligence of safety. Official data shows that in 2023, 21,442 workers died in work-related incidents nationwide, a 4.7 drop year-on-year. Incidents involving hazardous chemicals remain among the highest risk sectors. In 2019, Xiangshui blast killed 78 in 30 seconds and injured over 600. Calls for thorough investigation of regulatory failures continue. These tragedies highlight uneven enforcement of safety responsibilities and gaps in hazard identification and risk assessment from local to corporate levels. Ironically, other countries use very different management systems for similar incidents. Across the Atlantic in New Jersey, USA, a region also heavily in chemical industries, fatal accidents rates have remained very low over the past decade. The key is dual accountability. Companies face multi-million-dollar fines for leaks and both civil lawsuits and criminal charges. Germany's Leverkusen follows a similar system, with environmental groups able to access emission data and local councils holding quarterly public hearings. This regulatory transparency, combined with public oversight, makes safety investment far cheaper than accident costs. In contrast, China often cites confidentiality to withhold information, leaving the public to judge risk by the smell. Decision-makers gamble in darkness until the next explosion exposes the failures. Outside of China, agencies like the US Chemical Safety Board and Europe's Cerveza 3 directive requires rapid public release of environmental monitoring, casualty data, and emergency plans after accidents. This openness curbs rumors, shows respect for life, and reduces panic, and strengthens social cohesion. Meanwhile, in China, government responses focus mainly on controlling public opinion. Consequently, some say local government regulation is largely symbolic and a root cause of frequent accidents. China's chemical industry oversight appears strict but has many loopholes. Provinces with the highest GDP growth are often accompanied by pungent smells. From Shandong to Jiangsu, Tianjin to Guangxi, local government drum up business at investment fairs. Chemical companies flock in under banners like advanced materials and new pharmaceutical intermediates, yet after explosions, official statements often repeat the same lines: insufficient regulation, incomplete hazard checks, and lack of corporate responsibilities. These standard answers are like rehearsed scripts that never change the outcome. Although China's Ministry of Emergency Management quickly sent rescue teams after this explosion, no mention was made of prior regulatory lapse. The Renhe Chemical Park housing Yudao Chemical is a key economic pillar for Gaomi. Local officials often turn a blind eye to corporate violations to protect GDP and tax revenue. Some commentators say when tax growth and job creation becomes the main performance indicators, chemical companies receive expedited environmental reviews, safety assessments, and project approvals. In Xiangshui, official documents repeatedly warned that the park was too close to residential areas. Yet under pressure for fiscal income, hazardous chemical warehouses ended up only 600 meters from homes, less than the length of a modern soccer field. Overall, prioritizing economic development over safety management has become a root cause of many industrial accidents in China.